Hello. So I got some Diamine inks from our friends at the Cult Pens. They're having a little sale. So a lot of inks, forget how much, 20-30% off, something like that. Cult Pens, Diamine inks in the UK are fairly inexpensive already, and these 30 ml bottles particularly affordable, so even with a discount it's even better. I got 5 and spent under £13, so it was like 12 something for 5 of them. And we're gonna swatch them. I also got these Wear and Go swatch cards. They're the Tinkerbell ones. They only had Tinkerbell or Pinocchio right now. But I'll try these. People always seem to like the Wear and Go ones. And then I will get some card holders and put them in. But I have this pen tray which I got at Swatching Grene, maybe. Swatching Grene, not sure how you pronounce it. But it has little ink wells or ink well holders at the bottom. So what did I get? I got cerise, which should be kind of vibrant pink. I got claret, which should be in the dark pink realm. I got eau de Nil, which is a teal, I believe, and scarlet, which is another bright pink or dark pink maybe. And I got aurora borealis, which is another teal. I don't think it has shimmer in it. I can't remember. So I might do the pinky ones all together and then do the 2 darker ones. I'm just gonna push that back a little bit so you can see. I did clean my desk. I mean, that is, I tidied it. But I have so much stuff now, pens and stationery stuff, that even tidying it actually made it a bit worse because there's literally no more space. So let's see, if I open this, will you be able to see? I might need to just push this back. Okay. So this is the notebook I started using. It is Muji, the finest, is that what it's called? Open flat high quality paper. Yes. I think I'm using it upside down, but oh well. I also got some paint brushes. And I did find, if you watched my vlog, from a couple of videos ago, I talked about wanting to get some watercolor paper, but I couldn't find any cheap thin ones, and I found some at Swatching Green, along with these inexpensive paintbrushes, which I just want to use for the ink swatching and stuff. I'm going to take this off, and I'll put this on. And we will swatch some inks. And don't yell at me because I'm just going to use this side. I tell you not to yell at me, but yeah, the truth is I don't care. You can yell at me all you want. It's not going to make a difference. I'm still going to do it. Right. Of course, I'm missing one thing. Hold on. Okay. I just needed to find my Jacquemin pen, old pen, dip pen, so I can use it for the splashy. But I tidied it away. Can't find it if it's in front of me. Can't find it if I tidy it away. I mean, who am I? Right. Here we go. We're ready? Sippy. Right. We're ready. So, right. No, we're not ready. Let's write something. What are we gonna write? Okay. Oh, new ink day. I still love this pen. It's so smooth. But I can't wait to start using my new one. Okay, so first one we're gonna do is Diamine Cerise. I'm gonna shake all these just to make sure they're all mixed properly. And again, sorry for my bare arms. Once again, oh, I dipped it too much. Okay. Ooh. That is really pretty. And you know what? Don't know if you haven't seen it, there's a video back, a few videos where I was swatching. I think it was like orange inks. I forget which one it was now, but there was an ink which I thought would be more like this color, but it wasn't. It was just orange, but it had that kind of look in some swatches where it would be this kind of, I don't know what color you call this. Trying to think of a fruit it reminds me of. Where it's like pink but orange. Not like a peach. Maybe, well, not peach, yeah. I don't know. But it looked like, this was what the thought I had in my mind, but it didn't work out. Can't remember if that was a Diamine one. I'll have to go back and look at that. So this is, I don't know why I closed it when I need to write it. We're never ready in this house. We're just never ready. Ooh, imagine if I had this as a pen and put that ink in it. That would look so cool. So this is Diamine Cerise. So nice to have a good dip pen. Thank you, Shauna. Okay. Right, the next one is Diamine Claret. That's a pretty plummy purple. I'll have to compare it to some of the others. That's more on the, I guess, the maroon vibe. Anyway, it's been hot if you're in the UK. If you're in Europe, I guess if you're in US, it's been hot. It's been bloody hot. And I've done a lot of walking in the sun, in the heat. Way more than I should have been. I mean, it's good to get the exercise, but yeah, I've been feeling it. And you do need to be careful because you can easily get sunstroke when the sun is bearing down on you. And you know, even if you drink water, it can still it's just that constant heat on top of you. Not to mention sunburn, risk of skin cancer, and all that. All the fun stuff. All the fun stuff you get in the sun. Next is Scarlet. I was trying to think of that line from, oh no, I just splashed myself with ink. Yay. I was trying to think of a line from The Wind, and it was like two different lines popped up in my head, and got ink on me now. Yeah, it didn't work, so now I'm covered. Now I'm covered in ink. Are you having fun? I know I am. This is so much fun. Great. Yeah. Anyway, when I was a kid, I loved Gone with the Wind. I loved Scarlett O'Hara. I once had this babysitter, like, I think it was someone my mother worked with, who would look after me sometimes. And there was this big bookstore near my mother's office, and the woman, my mother gave her some money. I don't know, it was just like $5 at the time, but you know, this was like this late 70s, early 80s or something. So, and she said, oh, take Michaela over to the bookstore and get her some books she needs to read for school. And she gave, I had the list, but you know, that they assigned like fiction books to read. But then I saw this huge like coffee table Gone with the Wind book, with all these photos full of like the costumes. And I convinced the lady that that was the book I needed, and it was basically $5, and that's all she had. And so she's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? If you buy this, your mom's not gonna be mad." I was like, "No, she won't get mad. That's the book I need." And so she bought me the book, and my mother flipped out. She's like, "This isn't a school book." And yeah, but I got my book. And I loved that. I used to just look through that book all the time. And yeah, I just love the costumes in Gone with the Wind. They're pretty amazing, you have to admit. Right, Diamine Scarlet. It's pretty. It is a pinky red. I guess what you expect Scarlet to be. It's nice. So I'm still, in my previous video, I got a new pen. And I've been hunting around for an ink to go with it. And I'm kind of thinking that that might be it. What do you think? I think the Claret is too dark, but the Cerise okay. But I feel like that Diamine Scarlet is kind of a perfect match. I had actually settled on a completely different ink, but I did get these 3 because I wanted to swatch them and see if any of them would be good. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Miss Scarlet. But you'll have to find out in my currently inked video, which will come up later. I haven't filmed it yet because I haven't made up my mind. Right, now let's move on to the 2 darker ones. And then we can do our swatch cards. So first one is Eau de Nil. And this is an ink which I've almost bought so many times. In fact, when I first decided I was gonna buy the second pen I ever bought was a Navelure, and it was a clear vacuum filler, but it had like green and blue like swirls on it, painted on, and I was trying to decide on what ink I would get for it, and that was like one of the ones I was really heavily leaning toward, because of course teals are a mix of blue and green. I ended up getting Mystic Blue instead, which is a nice blue, like what I call it denim blue. Okay, sorry, my phone ran out of space while I was filming that. I had to go in and delete loads of my old videos. Yeah, that is one of the drawbacks of filming with your phone. I could transfer them to my computer or something, but yeah, I can't be asked. They're on YouTube. You don't need to see all the outtakes. Not like I'm ever gonna watch all the unedited versions. Right, Diamine. Oh, do me. That's that's a nice teal. Okay, and last is Aurora Borealis. So on the bottle, the Eau de Nil one looks more blue, and the Aurora Borealis looks more green. So let's see what we get. And the one good thing about getting these bottles is even if I don't like the colors or won't use them up, I can take samples and give people samples, like when I do pen meetups, which is always good. It's always, I like to have things to swap, since pen people tend to be very generous, but I am always very self-conscious of not taking too much or more than I can give back. I don't know, it's just the way I was brought up, I guess. You know, even though like I wouldn't even think twice about it, like I would just give somebody a sample, I wouldn't expect them to give me something back. Same thing, like if I went out for a meal with a friend and I paid for it, I'd just be like, okay, I mean, you could get me back, you not get me it back, it's not a big deal. Did I spell that wrong? And drinks, like I don't really, it's not like I keep tabs myself, but I don't know why I have this thing where I don't want other people to think I'm taking advantage of them. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. So let's see, that is definitely a green teal, and that is definitely a blue teal. So that is a color that would probably suit my Bennu, which I mentioned in a community post, but we figured out that the section, the feed here, is misaligned. You probably can't see it on camera very well. I can now see it. I didn't notice it before, but Shauna pointed it out. Somebody else pointed out there's no breather hole, but apparently that is a thing. But yeah, I was like, okay, but I mean, and there's a split between the tines, but it's the feed is definitely misaligned. So Hannah, sorry, Shauna sent me a Bennu feed to see if that helps. I hope so, because I really want to use that pen. I love it so much. It's so nice, and I just wanted to write. And I've seen, I saw somebody today posted they got one. So I got uber jealous. I was like, I wish mine worked. But there are our new inks. Yeah. I kind of like them all. I do kind of like them all. Let me know what you think. If you've tried any of these before, or you like them. Right, and now we have our swatch cards. From our Whirl. Tinkerbell. I give you 50. Ooh. That's kind of interesting. Impression paper, so I guess it's embossed. Is it Dominant Industries does them as well, don't they? I think. So let's take Cerise. It is a bit weird because it's like yellow and then it's got this green and yellow on it, so I'm a bit. This part is white, the Tinkerbell. I'm just curious like how that's gonna look. I would think they would make the whole thing white. No? Just me? I guess you can swatch it there, but then where do you write the, because this is like tacky, it's like painted or something. Like where, if I swatch here, where do I write what color it is? I've never used these before, so if you think I'm being an idiot, just say so. You think I would have seen, I've seen enough people using these that I would get it, but I don't know, maybe it's because they look a bit different. To be honest, I did not think they would look like that, because obviously the picture on the website is this, the white card. I don't know. I'm gonna use the dip pen and write on it so I know what I'm looking at. Sweet. I'm not sure about these embossed card things. I thought it'd be like the Cheshire Cat ones I see everyone has, or the star ones. But it's not like that. Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's like gritty around the edges. I don't know if you can see where the ink is touching it. It's not so bad looking in the cerise one, but in this one, which is claret, it's not fun. Diamine, claret. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these actually. I might See if somebody wants to take the rest of these off me. The next meetup, I'm gonna split them between people. Scarlet. That's a little better. Gosh darn it. Sorry, I went really quiet there for a minute. It's because I was just thinking in my head, like, oh, these are not working. What can I do instead? I really wanted to start doing swatch cards. I guess I'll have to buy some new ones. Oh, what a waste. I've already opened the packet. You know, all the things. So, that's what happens when you don't hear me talking. It's either because I'm really tired or my mind is just gone in 10,000 directions for a minute. There's gonna be a couple more of these like really oppressive days, but they're kind of spaced in between other days from what I saw from the forecast. But you know, obviously forecasts can change quickly and they're not 100% accurate. It was my first time really using those. I had somebody given me just like a little handful, so I did have some, but they were, oh, here they are. Actually, I still have them. These ones. Yeah, and see, they're just literally card with stamps of different ink bottles. Oh, I still have loads of empty ones. But I don't know where they came from, like, somebody just gave me this little ring with a bunch of cards on it. And I was swatching my inks, and then I guess I lost sight of this. And there's some blank ones in here, so there's only a handful in there. But something like that would definitely be better. But there they are, the new inks. Tell me what you think. If you used any of these colors, what you think of these colors. Should I consider putting the Diamine Scarlet in my new Black Robin pen? Do they go together? I think they kind of do. I'm kind of leaning in that direction. Yeah. But thanks for watching. That's all I gotta say about that. Bye.